was wonderful, man. In England. It was the first time, man, and nobody really knew who the Mothers of Invention were, but here we are playing in the Royal Albert Hall, and we sold the place out. Now, how in the hell did we do that? Somebody did some heavy-duty promoting on that, you know? I don't know. I mean, we were popular in New York City. We were popular in Hollywood. We were popular in San Francisco. We weren't popular in Salt Lake City, Utah. They didn't have a clue who we were in Denver, Colorado, or care who we are there. Down south, they could give a shit less who we were, except Miami, because Miami was starting to get fairly hip. About 1968, they were starting to get fairly hip. There were a few places that were starting to get hip. A lot of hippies, trippies, and flippies. Europe has always been a place where they've accepted music as an art form. No matter what you're doing, if it's supposedly an art form, and it is an art form, especially the theater of the absurd like we were doing, with all the stage antics and all that stuff. That's from the Royal Festival Hall, the first half of the show. The first half of the show was that music played by that string orchestra while we did this acting thing. He had part of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra playing. And actually, the music that they were playing was a prelude to 200 Motels, the music that would eventually come out on 200 Motels with the full orchestra. That's what it was. And then the second half of the show, the Mothers played our regular show, man. And that's what's on that record, Ahead of Their Times. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's an absolutely amazing CD, man. It really, really is a wonderful CD. From 68 on, he did because he had found Dick Kunk. Dick Kunk went to work for Bizarre Records. So that was the name of the production company that Frank had when we signed with Warner Brothers. We signed, Warner Brothers was our distribution company for Bizarre Records, our Bizarre Productions. That was Frank's company. And he also had Straight Records. When we moved back, that's when we moved back from New York City back to LA. And then they got the office in LA and did the whole thing, West Coast again. Then they put us on a salary. It wasn't called a salary, it was called a draw, because according to our contract, we were partners in everything except the money, of course. We didn't have any say in anything, man. We just did what they told us to. It got a little bit toward the end. We were resenting a little bit because they weren't telling us anything. We were, where's the money going, man? We're playing all these shows, man. We're selling out 5,000 seat places, and you guys saying we don't have any money. You guys are losing money on us. How can you be losing money on us, man? We're packing these venues. So we were starting to question what the hell was going on.